hottest properties that Marvel Comics has and put them in a video game together. What do you get? Sounds like a recipe for gold, doesn't it? Well, not if that game was put out in the early 90s. Back then, a lot of the games featuring certain licensed properties were published all by the same company, and I think you know what company I'm referring to already. Back in 1992, Spider-Man and the X-Men and Arcade's Revenge was released on the Super Nintendo. There's something about this game that always kind of rubbed me the wrong way, even back then. It used the older costume designs for Wolverine and Cyclops, and the whole storyline of Spider-Man having to rescue the X-Men seemed really lame to me. Not to mention that he has to rescue him from Arcade, who always came off like a really crappy villain, especially compared to X-Men adversaries like Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, and Magneto. I think this game looks and sounds pretty good, but some of the sound effects, especially the grunts that when you take a hit, sound like they're lifted from another game. They probably were, and they're really annoying. The controls are decent for the most part. I can't really complain too much about them, but the gameplay itself, there's a lot of flaws like cheap AI, you're getting hit by attacks from off-screen enemies, there's a lot of leaps of faith, and just hard-to-time jumps that litter this game. Also, why the heck are Storm's levels underwater? Doesn't everyone know that underwater stages in platform games suck? While we're at it, Wolverine stage really reminds me a lot of the Wayne's World game. Ugh. Sometimes when you play a game that's challenging, you feel like you want to keep playing to surpass your previous play. This game just doesn't do it. The opening stage where you control Spider-Man and hunt down bombs with your spider senses, it's just a chore. And since the game has no continues, you'll find yourself playing it a lot. I remember owning the Genesis version of this game back in the day, and it's basically the exact same game. A little less colorful in the graphics, slightly different music arrangement and sound effects. But you'd think with a game that might have been released a year and a half later, that they might have tried to make some improvements, but nah. I don't think they cared. And it kinda shows. Honestly, I don't really care much either. I lost interest pretty quick. It's games like this that really contribute to the stigma of this one certain manufacturer. But not everything that they've ever done was bad. A lot of them were, but not all of them. I think maybe next time I might try to show you a few games that they did, which really aren't so bad. Thank you for watching this. Hope to see you next time. Take care.